Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. What is going on, brothers and sisters? It is Daniel. We're back here again today. Alhamdulillah. Today we have Dad joining us. Long time no see.
Yeah.
Been a while. So today we have the 99 names of Allah. And this is something Dad mentioned to me. We were just chatting, and then he mentioned that. I said, maybe we can make a video about that. 99 names of Allah. It's a good refresher, I think, for any Muslim to kind of ponder on the 99 names. You know that it's not, Allah is of course not limited to these 99 names, right? You know that?
No, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
It's not all encompassing.
It's not all encompassing, of course, because that would be containing Allah inside of a box. Allah is really infinite. So, but these are, 99 attributes that were given to us by the Prophet Muhammad. These include, I think, names given to us that are in Hadith, and I think as well names that are given in the Quran. Like, in the Quran it mentions Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. A lot of these names are in the Quran, but some of these come from, reports from the Prophet in Hadith.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
it's not all just in the Quran.
No, I think not all in the Quran. Not all 99 names are in the Quran. I don't think so. But yeah, these are really good. And another thing you might not know about the 99 names, it's encouraged that when you make dua, when you're asking God for something, that first, before you do that, you address God by some of the names, some of the 99 names. I think I highly encourage this. I think it's a very good thing to do because I've noticed what it's done for me. It's kind of like positions. You feel like you're positioning yourself and you're reminding yourself of who you're praying to by saying these names.
Gotcha.
And then it can kind of get you in the right headspace and kind of humble yourself before you actually ask for whatever it is you want to ask for. So it's good if you want to remember some of these names, and then next time you make dua, you can remember that to first start by addressing, not only Allah, but say, Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, the expander, the giver, the taker. You're reminding yourself that the who you're praying to can take stuff, can give you stuff, all this stuff. Most powerful. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, so let's check it out, huh? This is just a quick video, just list them off real fast. So let's see.
Nothing controversial.
Shouldn't be.
الرحمن الرحيم الملك القدوس السلام
There you go. Assalamu alaikum.
Right.
المؤمن
Infuser of faith. That's very interesting. The infuser of faith. So frequently in the Quran, you'll hear like Allah addressing believers as mu'minin, oh believers, mu'minin, addressing the believers. But when you understand that Allah is al-mu'min, the infuser of faith, the one that gives belief, you can't even be a believer without the will of Allah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر الخالق البارئ المصور الغفار القهار الوهاب.
Wahhabi.
You call me a what?
You Wahhabi. What does that mean again? The supreme bestower.
الرزاق
Razak. You may have heard the Arabic word rizq. Rizq. So rizq is like I always forget the word. provision. Rizq is like provision. So, like, for example, Islamic belief is that when you have a child, it's actually you're going to be increased in rizq,
In provisions.
in provision, because you have a child. So you need extra provision, so God will provide for you. So I think that's where this word, it's whatever, the form, I don't know what the base word is, but razak is rizq.
الفتاح
We all need that one.
What was
العليم
that?
Problem solver.
Yeah, was it the supreme solver? Huh? Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
العليم القابض الباسط الخافض الرافع المعيز المذل السميع البصير الحكم العدل اللطيف الخبير الحليم.
What does that mean? Clement? Do you know?
No.
Yeah, any of these two, Dad, if you have a question, just tell me. We pause and we can find the answer. Clement definition makes me think of a clementine orange.
Yeah.
Mild.
Of weather?
If it's of weather, it means mild, but if it's a person's actions, it means merciful.
Oh.
A lot of these words is Arabic words, so like they're translating this. So I think some of them, the English is kind of awkward because Arabic is a very complicated, complex, subtle language. It's got a lot of subtleties.
العظيم الغفور.
See, that's just a good example. Like if you're praying to God, asking for forgiveness, and you address God as the great forgiver, that just kind of makes sense.
Right.
Makes it more sincere. It feels like.
It's hard for me to say Gafur, though, and ask for forgiveness. That's not an easy word to say. Gafur?
Have you heard? It's actually Ghafur.
Rafur.
Gha. So it's kind of like.
Rafur.
It's not a ya and it's not a ga. It's a mix. Gha. So yeah, you just did it. Yeah. So it's not. It's a mix. It's halfway between ya and ga. Gha. Gha. Close. Yeah.
It's very hard to say.
A little bit difficult. That's a sound we don't really have in English.
Right.
Like when the word Americans say Gaza, but it's actually Gaza. Is it? Gaza. Gaza. Yeah, I think it's that letter.
الشكور العلي.
Now, what does sublime mean?
Sublime. That's a good question. Subliminal messaging. Subliminal. Is it the same word? Sublime definition. I think it means like bliss, but I could be wrong. Grandeur, beauty, admiration, awe, exalted, elevated, noble, lofty, awesome, majestic, magnificent.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
الكبير الحفيظ.
We've talked about this one before. Hafiz. The guarding one. So like when you memorize the Quran, you become what they call a Hafiz. So because in a way
Because you're guarding the word of...
Exactly. By memorizing it, you protect it. Got it.
المقيت الحسيب الجليل.
That's my friend's name. We were just talking about that. I got a friend named Jalil who's a Christian, but he's asking me questions about Islam. He's a little bit interested in Islam. I said, look at that. This, Subhanallah. He's destined to be a Muslim. His name is Jalil, one of the names of Allah. Maybe I'll send him that one. I gotta send him that. I'm gonna take a photo of that of Jalil, and I'm gonna ask him, hey, that's your name is one of the names of Allah.
الكريم
The bountiful one.
الرقيب
That's a common name, Kareem. Kareem.
Well, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
There you go. Yeah.
I think he was Muslim also.
Was he bountiful?
Oh. 8 foot tall.
الرقيب المجيب
He's only 7, probably.
الواسع الحكيم الودود المجيد البعيث الشهيد.
Shaheed. That's interesting because I thought a Shaheed, a Shaheed means like a, what do you call that? A martyr.
Really?
Shaheed means a martyr. Yeah, I think. Pretty sure. Maybe it's a different word, but Shaheed definition: a deceased person who has lived a life in accordance with the will of Allah. It's like a martyr or somebody that's.
Could be.
So that's very interesting because if you're Shaheed, if you're a martyr, but Ash-Shaheed means the all-observing witness. So like, I can kind of see the connection there because Allah observed your actions. And
As a martyr.
As a martyr, yeah. Interesting. If I'm wrong there, please let me know in the comments or help me understand that.
الحق
You heard that? Haqq. Haqq. Haqq means truth. You hear it a lot in Islamic conversation. Haqq. Like Islam is the truth. Haqq. Wakil.
الوكيل القوي المتين الولي الحميد.
I don't know that one. Soul laudable.
Laudable. Yeah, I've never heard that phrase either.
Soul laudable one.
Soul means alone, right?
Yes.
So what's laudable? Commendation, praiseworthy, commendable, admirable. So that the Al-Hamid means the only one praiseworthy.
There you go, right there. The only one worth praying to.
المحصي المبدئ المعيد المحيي المميت.
Oui.
Yeah, that's kind of like, that was always interesting to me before I became Muslim. Like, I heard that like Muslims believe that God is like inflicts death and like creates evil, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy. But I thought about it, I'm like, that actually makes sense because like God creates everything and is like all powerful. So like, of course,
Got to be able to do both.
right. If you
Give and take away.
exactly.
الحي القيوم الواجد.
Pointing what? Al-Wajid. Let's get an explanation for Al-Wajid. Al-Wajid, name, meaning. The finder, the perceiver, the unfailing, the one who has discovered and obtained everything. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting translation. Pointing, I'm not sure I would go with that.
I wouldn't.
الماجد الواحد الأحد.
It's redundant.
Ahad. The Surah Al-Ikhlas, one of the shorter, more recited verses of the Quran. Qul huwallahu ahad. Maybe you heard it before. It's this one. Ahad. Ahad is an interesting one because it means one, but it's kind of like, like in English we would say the one. Not just one, but the one.
Right.
So like in the early times of Islam, they would say Allahu Ahad. I think that was like a chant that they would chant going into war, like Allahu Ahad. That was kind of like a Islamic catchphrase, really. Like Allah is the one, he's not equal with these other gods that these people are worshiping. Allah is Ahad. Allah is the one.
Right.
الصمد
Same, also in that verse.
القادر المقتدر المقدم المؤخر.
No way.
That was the one that got controversy.
What is that? Al Muwak. Oh, that's confusing. Akhkhir. Al Muwak. Yeah, we'll just go with that. The delayer, the one who postpones and puts off advancement. The one who holds something back in order to put it in its correct place. Okay, that's easily understood. Yeah, procrastinator is probably not a good English word to choose for that.
الأول الأخير الظهير الباطن الوالي
You said that already, no?
المتعالي البر
A little bit.
التواب المنتقم العفو الرؤوف مالك الملك ذو
Possessor of what?
Sovereignty.
Okay.
ذو الجلال والإكرام المقسط الجامع الغني المغني المانع الضار
Stressor.
النافع النور الهادي البديع الباكي الوريث الرشيد الصبور.
You may recognize the word sabr. Sabr. Sabur, yeah. It's from sabr, I think. Or sabr is from sabur. I don't know Arabic enough. But sabr is like patience. Patience. It's a good thing. It's a very important thing to have as a Muslim. You see the word sabr in the Quran a lot. Sabr. It's a good thing. Patience. So Allah is as-sabur, the extensively patient. Oh, and that's it.
That was 99.
Supposedly. Narrated by Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah has 99 names, in essence 100 minus 1, and whoever knows them will go to paradise. Sahih Abu Bukhari. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to kind of ponder on the names. I mean, it's kind of like helps you. I feel like it helps you connect with God in a way, to remind yourself of His attributes.
I agree.
Did you have any stick out? Any stick out for you?
No, I was looking for one that would though.
No. Yeah.
Somebody said, "Well, you should look into all the names of Allah, and you'll find that it's not all good." And I was like,
Yeah.
"How can you say that?"
Well, it's like the ones like the bestower of death, or like the one who takes, the one who makes things small, the one who postpones. You can see things like that. But like, if you just think about it for just a minute, I mean, it's very understandable. Like God controls everything. So like,
You got to be in control.
yeah, and that's such a key part of Islam is like when
Timing.
when bad things happen, it's bad. You think it's bad, but it's ultimately from Allah. So you need to trust it. And Christians believe the same thing. They believe the same thing, but they for some reason can't admit that like God can cause something that they perceive as bad. They'd be like, oh, that's the devil or something like that, which, the devil can, influence people to do certain things, but ultimately nothing happens without the will of Allah. So, yeah, like I said, I found that very interesting when I remember like Mike Tyson was talking about Islam and God, and then I kind of looked into it. This was years and years ago, and I learned that, there was kind of a difference that between Islam and Christianity is that Muslims believe that God is, the creator of evil. I don't think Christians would say that actually, but it doesn't make any sense why they would not agree. God didn't create evil. So who created evil? God created free will, of course, which created the possibility of evil. You think God didn't know that was going to happen?
Iblis. Happened.
Yeah, Iblis had free will, and Iblis denied God and didn't submit to God. Yep.
Didn't bow to Adam was like the first sign, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
All right, 99 names of Allah. There we go. Alhamdulillah. That was a good video. Some of the English translation was kind of weird, but
Yeah.
Maybe
we'll give him a call.
Yeah. We got to leave a comment. Say, hey,
Yo,
procrastinator. That's not it.
Come on.
That's not a
We need a
great.
better word.
Yeah. All right. May Allah bless you generously for watching this video with us. And inshallah, we will see you all in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.